whatever. Okay, so this is the projects that we're going to be working on today. I'm going to do 2 cards using 2 different images from this. This is a free download. It's called United Through Creativity. And what it is that Stampin' Up! Created the images for World Diversity Day. And it is there's different languages in here printed out, which I'll show you. You will get terms of use, the coordinating products, and how to print it when you pull it up. And then these are the images. So there's this, and then there's sentiments. So they're in different languages along with English. And I'm just going to breeze through this and show you guys all of them. And then you get a page of just sentiments. Really cool. So you can cut these out. You can use scissors, you can use punches, you can use die cuts, however you want to do it. You can print this, all of it out on cardstock, or you can do what I did and printed it out on computer paper, and then as I want to use something, I will print it out on cardstock, which is what I did for today. I printed out 2 of them. And then you have this one. So just because the flower is all with sentiments that are in another language, you can still use this sentiment and image and use it with another sentiment. And then we have this one. So it's really cool. How's it going, eh? And I guess these are Canadian things, I'm assuming. And then this one, I love this one. We're going to be working with this one today. And then you have sentiments again. And here. So it's really cool, and it's free. And then this one, and you can use the whole thing, or you can just cut out the images any way you want to do it. So it is a very cool idea. This was very neat of Stampin' Up! And just trying to pull together the idea of creativity with the world. And I think it's really, really cool. I started to use this one too, but I really wasn't sure I wanted to do all that coloring on a live. So you don't have to color it, and I probably should have done it anyway and just used a pop of color maybe, and put my sentiment in the center. That would be really pretty too. All right, so I'm going to move this aside. Again, I'm going to put a link to my online store for this, because that's where you get it. It is a free download. It does not cost you any money whatsoever. So let me bring in this basket. So this is the one, and what I did is I printed it out on cardstock, and then I cut the paper in half to get it ready to die cut. So I am going to die cut this using the stitched rectangles, and I'm going to use, what is this, the 1, 2, 3, the 4th to the smallest. I think that was the one I chose, and it barely fits in there, but I'm okay with that. So this will cut this, and then it will also put the stitching in it. I also thought I die cut, I did, Granny Apple Green, because we're going to use Granny Apple Green, and we're also going to use Bermuda Bay, I think. So I've got Bermuda Bay, that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. This, I just used the largest stitched rectangle to cut that out. That's going to be our layer. And then we're going to use a stitched rectangle to cut the flowers out. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way. And let's bring in our boss here. She's got to make her appearance. She'll make her appearance a couple times tonight, probably. So I've got my platform. I've got my, whatever this is, number 2 plate. And that's going to go there. Then a cutting plate. Then our image. Let me scoot this out just a little bit. And then I'm going to have to stand up so that I can see what I'm doing here. And we're just going to kind of center that on there the best that we can. And I'm not going to use any washi tape to hold it. I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed. And just go for this. There we go. And now we've cut the image out. So now we have a perfect image to color and make a card with. All right, so I think I'm gonna move this out of the way for right now. And we are going to put this back so that I don't lose it. And put that aside. We're gonna bring back in this. And this is gonna sit right on here, but we're gonna do a little coloring. We're going to do just a little bit of coloring on here. I got a black spot on there. Wonder what that is. Well, we'll just turn it inside out. No, I'm not even going to worry about it. We'll put that on the back. That's what we'll do. All right, so I don't know if it was a flaw in the paper or if I just got an ink spot on it somehow or another. Okay, we're going to use our bone folder. Give this a nice crisp fold. Then I have markers, and I just threw a bunch of them in here actually, of colors that I thought I wanted to use. So I thought maybe pale papaya and maybe a little calypso coral together would be really pretty with the Bermuda Bay and the Granny Apple Green. And then I got Granny Apple Green. I know one of these is really low, but I'm hoping I'm going to get enough out to do this card. Thanks, Chris. I really like the colors too. Okay, so I'm going to start with some Granny Apple Green, the light color, and just color these. I don't really know if I'm going to do shading or not. I probably will. Probably just do a little shading. Just might have enough. It might be my dark that's running out. I don't remember. I've used them so very much. I love this color. Okay. There we go. So let's see about doing just some shading just to make it look a little nicer, a little fancier. That is probably going to work. Let's just do a little blending now. So I'm coming back in with my light just to get rid of the harsh lines. Help it look a little softer. Go. Oh, one more. Actually, two more. Just pull that down. Okay, so there we go. That is so pretty. I really like that. And to think that this is a free download, I think that that is really special for Stampin' Up! To do something like this. So that, you know, people that are on a tighter budget and can't really afford the stamp sets, but they really want to do it, this is like really, really sweet. And I think it's just cool. Cool, cool, cool. And then plus, you know, it's worldwide, so like a lot of demonstrators have friends that are in different countries and stuff. Like I know one, and you can send them a card using this, or you can use another stamp set and maybe use one of the sentiments that's in their language. And I just think that that is really cool. So I am just using, what color is this? This is light, I guess. Coral. Calypso Coral. just like so. And then let me put a little dark in there. I think, not that one, this one. Let's put some dark. This marker is really wore out. It has been used and used and used. Probably should just go into the trash bucket. Okay, so now I am going to bring in some dark pale papaya. I have not done this, so I don't know how these two colors are going to work, but I think they'll be pretty. Alright, so just like so. And then I'm going to come in, I think, with my light. No, this is the dark. I mixed my lids up. I hate when I do that. Alright, I'm going to come in with some dark and just come around the where the leaves are starting to come out from the flower. Just like so, just a little bit. We can always add more if we want. And I'm also kind of putting it where there might be a little bit of natural shading. Alright, and then I'm going to come in with my dark pale papaya, and we're going to blend that out. Just like that. I'm not going all the way to the tip because I'm going to come in with my light. I think I'm going to put a little bit more. This is not the right one. Keep grabbing the wrong one. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more in there just because I want a little bit more color. Okay. Alright, I think this is going to be really pretty. Hey, Laura! So I am hoping that this is going to be pretty. I think it is. I'm liking it so far. So I'm just pulling down that color and just kind of blending it a little. And again, like I said, I'm not going all the way to the tips because we're going to throw in or bring in our light pale papaya. So I'm just kind of softening this up and bringing it down. Yes, it could. Laura says, mixing lids could lead to quite a surprise. Yeah, and it has before. I'm just gonna bring that down. Alright, so we are ready for our pale papaya. And then I'm just going to bring this all down together, just like so. I love these markers because they really make me feel like I'm an artist. I'm not, but it makes me feel like it anyway. And I'm happy. There we go. There we have that, a little flower to do. And then we'll put the card together. Okay, so there we go. So I think that turned out really pretty. All right. My day is going great. I hope that yours is too, Laura. All right. When are you guys leaving for your for Panama? Okay, let's see here. I am using the same thing again, my dark papaya on these little rosette things there. And then we're going to use this is the right one? Nope. I am going to just toss that to the side so I don't grab it again. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. Just okay, and then the dark, no, here it is, my dark pale papaya, and we're just going to blend that, pull it down. Oh, oh, okay. I didn't realize that it was a trip with her dad. Well, that will be fun for her. Alright, so now it is the light pale papaya, and then we'll be ready to put this card together and figure out what sentiment we want to put on there. Okay, that was funny, Laura. You weren't invited. Oh. Okay. There we go. I think that turned out really pretty, and I think I'm going to really like it with the Bermuda Bay. So let's go ahead and put our green, our Granny Apple green. Oh boy, yeah, he's a little sad too. He's a little sad too. He's really sad because I guess because he's going to be promoting up. So he says, we don't have much time together in the Sunday school class because I'm more in the youth, so. Yeah. Yes, Chris, that is Jacob's girlfriend's mom. That's Miss Laura. All right, so let's see. We are going to put some dimensionals on this. Just like so. Oh, thank you. I like them too. I thought they were fun. Try to do something a little different than the same old colors I usually use. Although I had to throw a little bit of Bermuda Bay in here because that is my favorite color. I like to say I don't use it that often, but I do. Okay, so that is that. Isn't that cute? And this is from a free download. So Laura, I don't know if you saw or not, but Stampin' Up! Is offering a free download I'll have a link in the description of the video later on today, and you can just go to click on that link and click on the free download and print it out. So it's got all kinds of cool images and sentiments. There's some that are these are some of them. This is the other half to this piece here where I cut out the flower, and some of them are in different languages, and then they're also in English as well. So I don't know what I want to use for my sentiment for this one. Let's see. I don't really want, this one was on the apple pie one, but I don't think I'm going to use those on the apple pie. Let's see. Maybe I might print another one out. So what I did was I printed these out on regular copy paper, and then when I'm ready to make a card, I'll copy it and print it onto a piece of cardstock. So let's see. I really just don't know. There's some really cool sentiments in here. I'm just not sure what I want to use. I think I want to use that one for maybe Good as Gold, or let's see. I think I might use Good as Gold, and we'll use the Bermuda Bay. So let's see what we got here. But I gotta print this. I don't know if you guys really want to wait for me to print it, so we'll just use. No, I'm gonna print it. That's what I want. Will it fit on there? Good as Gold. Good as Gold. No, I don't like it. Oh, I should have thought about the sentiments, you guys, but you know me. The sentiments are the last thing I think about. Free makes everybody's ears perk up. Let's see here. I really don't know if I want. I love this saying, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. But I wanted something long to go across it, is what I was really hoping for. I really didn't want to put something square on there. Whale. True North is, how about we'll do Hang in There. I still got to copy it though, but I think we'll just do Hang in There. Hang in there. Let me copy this real fast. It won't take me but a second or two, or 5, or 6. I just got to get a piece of cardstock in there and put this in the copy part. Just like so. And hit OK. Color. Okay. Alright, so as soon as that's out, we got it. So let me move this out of the way. It won't take but a second. Ugh. It is so hot and humid, you guys. My hair just frizzed right up. I want to just pull it back in a ponytail. I don't even know if it will fit in a ponytail anymore. Okay. May not be long enough. All right, so here we go. So that printed out really nice on the cardstock. So let's do, I'm just going to do a banner, and I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay. So I'm going to bring in a trimmer here, and I am going to, first I'm going to cut this piece of paper in half. So we're going to cut it at 4 1/4, just like that. And then I'm going to cut this. So you guys, before you start cutting up your, if you do the downloads, before you start cutting your sentiments and your images out, make sure that you know what you want to use, if you're going to use a die cut or not, and put it on there just to see where exactly to cut it. Because I just did that really fast, and then it dawned on me, oh, I hope I left enough room to use a die for that apple pie, because I'm sure that I will use that apple pie again after today. I know I will. I'll use this a lot. I think it's really cool. All right, so I got that. It's a little bigger than what I wanted, but I think it's going to be okay. I can trim it down. I'm going to bring in this one. So you guys close your eyes, because I know that this makes you extremely nervous when I do this. I make myself nervous. I really do. Alright, so hold that down, just like that. Bring this over here. And aw. Okay, so there we go. Are you guys talking amongst yourself? I love it when you guys do that. Then I don't feel so bad when I get real quiet when I'm concentrating on something. Because you guys know me, I can't stop what I'm doing and start talking. And when I answer a question and then I go back to what I was doing, I forget what I was saying. All right, I'm going to bring this. I think I could bring it from this side and flag this side. I think that's, or I could go all the way across. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I like that. What do you guys think? I really like that. Just like that. We're going to put some dimensionals on here. So I'm going to put a dimensional on each side, because remember this piece is popped up. So in order for it to lay right, we need to have these two sides popped up. And then we can just stick that right on there like so. And if you wanted a little extra adhesive, you can always put some glue right there or tape runner. Okay, thanks for popping in. Okay, so just like that. And just like that. And then there we go. We have a finished card using the free downloads. Is that not the coolest thing? I think that is really, really cool. So I did use some dyes and stuff like that, and some blends. But how cool. I think that's really, really pretty. Very pretty. Okay, so on to the next one. We're going to be using the apple pie one. I thought that was really, really cool. And you know, it's summertime and the 4th of July is coming up. And the 4th of July is a big celebration for my family, because my baby, my son, who's the baby in the family, he was born on the 4th of July. So we always usually make a big deal out of it. So I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. I might use some scalloped, bring in my Stitch So Sweetly dies. You can also use the new dies that are in color. It's called Color. I wish I would have brought my catalog over here. I don't even know where I put it. I had it earlier because I was looking at something, and I don't know what I did. It's one of the new bundles, and it's got scallop dies in there as well, and it's all kinds of cool things. It's a really neat set. You could use that too. Okay, so I am going to, I don't think I scored this, but it's okay. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to fold it in half. Normally I score it at 4 1/4, but I did not do that one, this one, that time. And then we're going to take our bone folder, just like that. Then I have another piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and I embossed it, and I just thought this was kind of fun. You know, I just thought it would go good with it. So that is one of the new embossing folders that we have. It's a 3D. It's called Macrame, and it's really cool. You guys, I use this one for some of the tropical cards because I thought it went really well with that too. But it also goes, I think, looks like a tablecloth, kind of, or maybe some type of a blanket. I think it's really cool. So we're going to use that. That's going to layer right on top of there. This, I think we're going to cut this out using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And I think I'm going to cut that out just like that. Okay, so let's bring in the boss and die cut it. Okay, so we've got our cutting plate, our other plate, and then I'm going to try to center this on here. Just like that. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm not standing up, so I'm not sure if it's really centered or not, but I'm going to go for it. Oh, I'm sitting here cranking and it's not even going through. Okay. Alrighty, so let's move this out of the way and bring this in. Move that out of the way. We don't need that. And then we have our image die cutted. So that's pretty cool. I really like that a lot. I'm going to stick this back in here, you guys. I'm trying to teach myself or get into a better habit of putting things away when I'm done with them, because I have been losing everything. And I know I've said this before, if my head wasn't attached, I would probably lose that too. I know I would. Okay, here we go. This is an extra one that I printed out, and I'm not sure if I want to use pale papaya for the pie crust, but I think that's a little too peachy. So we could use light crumb cake. I think that's going to be really pretty. You know, but I really want it to have like a golden texture. So, like a golden brown, not texture, but color. A golden brown color. And I don't think the pale papaya is going to give me that look. But I'm going to go for it. Okay, we are going to just go for it. Yeah, it's all right. So we're going to do a little pale papaya with crumb cake. Light pale papaya and light crumb cake is what we're going to do. I think that looks pretty okay. That's what I'm going to do anyway. So we're going to just use the crumb cake first. I'm not putting like a whole lot, just a little onto the lattice work of this pie crust. For whatever reason, my brain is like, okay, so what can I use to make the golden color, golden brown? And it's just really not kicking in. Alright, so then we're going to come in with a little bit of the peach. Just a little bit. Still looks a little peachy to me, but I think it will be alright. What do you guys think? Hopefully it looks okay. I'm not sure I like that. Let me see if I can bring in we're just going to be making a mix of match of colors here. I'm going to use This is Dark Daffodil Delight. That might be too yellow. Oh, no, that's making it more of a Calypso coral look. All right, we're just going to color over it with the crumb cake. So this one is going to have a little bit of weird colors in it, but it's okay, right? It's okay. Just kind of, looks all right, right? I think it does. And this is a piece here, and a piece here, and a piece here. All right, so that is our thing. Now this could be the scallop to the pie crust, or it could be the plate. I think I'm going to do it as the plate. So I thought what would be really cool would be to do Bermuda Bay for the pie plate. I'm not sure how I'm going to like this, but I'm going to go for it. So where the artist has made our shadows with these dark lines, we're going to use our dark Bermuda Bay to color in there, just like that. And then we're going to bring in our light Bermuda Bay and just kind of blend that. I'm going to go right along the bottom of that. You know what? Why am I coloring this one? This one was supposed to be my sample, right? Now I'm going to have to cut that one out. Oh, well. I tell you, that's what happens when I get distracted and I'm not paying attention. Oh, goodness. It's all right. We can just cut this one out. It's not a biggie. All right, so there's our pie plate. And now we're going to do the, oops, nope. We got one thing left on our pie plate right here. This picture is making me really want a piece of hot apple pie with a scoop of ice cream. Alright, so that's good. So we got that. And, oh, you know what I wanted to do? That's alright. I did that already. It's alright. Okay. I brought in some balmy blue to do the plate on it because I thought blue and red would be really cool together, especially this time of the year, because usually everything is red, white, and blue this time of year. But I totally wasn't thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep the Bermuda Bay, because I don't want you guys to have to sit here again while I color a whole nother one. So it's alright. It's nothing but a thing, right? It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so I've got my dark real red is what I'm coloring the skin of the apple with. And then I'm going to bring in my light real red and we're going to blend. Kind of soften up and bring that in. And then I'm just going to bring this. And I'm going to leave a small spot in the center as if it's like the shiny part of the apple. Alright, so then we're going to take some light smoky slate. And I'm just going to kind of wisp in a little bit of that for the steam. Okay. So hang in there, guys. I got to cut this out again. So I am going to cut this over here on this side at 5, let's see, 5 1/4 is half. That is, I need to be more than that because I'm going long ways. So, as long as I leave, I think we're good. I think, and then I'm just going to cut this off here. Right about there. Okay, because I want that. All right, so let's move this out of the way. Let's die cut this again. And pull out our die. Sorry, you guys. That's just like crazy. It's like, Tina, where's your mind half the time? It's okay. Not where it should be, I'm sure. Okay, so I think my son just thought I was talking to myself because he just popped in and gave me a weird look. Which I do that too. How many of you guys talk to yourself? I'm sure I am not the only one. You know, summertime, hot apple pie. I also think of apple pie too in the fall when the apples are all starting to come into season. Although different apples are in seasons at different times of the year, so my favorite apple is the Honeycrisp apple, and that comes in season in late summer, I think. Okay, so we're going to put this on here, and we're going to adhere that with some liquid glue. So pretty. I love this embossing folder. Okay, and then we're going to just line that up, kind of center this the best that we can, just like that. And then this is what this little black dot on that. It's so light you guys probably can't even see it. There we go, it's off. Now, my sentiment is going to be, I think, that's so light. Purple's not going to really go. I wish it was in like a black. Black would be really nice. Oh, but you know what? I could make it black. You know how? You can take a piece of cardstock, you can put this in here, and you can print it in black. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so more printing, but it is all right. It is all right, because I will probably use a lot of this, so it just takes time to do this. So thank you guys for being patient while I'm trying to figure out the sentiments. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Copy. Okay, black and white. There we go. Can you hear the printer? Uh-oh. Well, what happened? Something went crazy with my printer. Check that out. You know, that would make some really cool designer series paper. Huh. Okay. Well, darn it. I'm not going to waste this either. I'm going to stick this in here on the other side and see if I can't get this to print right. And if I can't, we'll just use the red. Not a biggie. I just think the black would really pop because we have so much red going on already. I just had to turn off and turn on my computer, my printer. Something's not right with it. All right, we're going with the red because, wait, there it goes. Maybe. There we go. Let's hope this works this time. All right, so that doesn't work very well. So let's just go with the red. So I guess I would have to play with that. If I wanted it black, I would just have to play with it and like I am going to use, I wonder what the post-it for you would look like. Okay, so I got to trim this. You'd have to play with it. Copy your image darker, darker, darker so that it would come out. That's probably what I would have to do to get a really nice dark image or a really black image in one of them. Sentiments. Some of them do have some black sentiments, but not those particularly. And I was thinking that that could go right up there. But I'm not sure I like the two different scallops. So, what about just cutting this? So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to cut this. And I probably should bring in my little tiny trimmer so that I can get these straight. That's alright. It ain't nothing but a thing, right? It's a little smaller than I wanted, but it's going to go right there, just like so. Or it could even come down more like that. I really wanted it to have a little bit of a design, but it's alright. Okay, so we will pop this up, and then we're going to throw some bling bling on it because I think it needs some bling bling. So, one of these cards has to have some bling. All right. Things are just trial and error sometimes, that's all. Trial and error. There's nothing wrong with that. Just figure it out as you go. And hey, we learn together, right? So, that is okay. I'd much rather make the mistakes so that when you go to do it, it works out perfectly fine for you. Alright, so then that is going to go right there. Just like that. Wait, did I get that over? No, it's all right. Did I get that straight? It's straight enough. It's not cut straight, but okay. So I think I am going to throw in some of these champagne. What are these called? Champagne rhinestones. And I was looking for my Take Your Picture tool, and it was right in front of me face. Alright, so this is going to come right down here. And then we're going to take, this one can go like right there. And then this one can go right up there. So there we go. So isn't that a darling card using a free download and just a couple of extra supplies? So, so sweet, you guys. Alright, and you will not find these images anywhere else. They are exclusive to Stampin' Up. And again, I will put the link up on the description of this video. And if you're watching YouTube, speaking of YouTube, and I didn't want to forget to do a drawing. So this is a drawing, and this is from a couple of weeks ago, where I didn't do my drawing, so I really need to catch up on all of that. But I think I'm going to do this drawing, and then we're going to just start from whoever shares this video and comments that they shared. You will win something from me. You will be entered into a drawing to win something from me. The winner is Judy Harmon, and I really want to give her a shout out because she shared my YouTube video, and so I entered her into the drawing, and she won. Yay! So you guys congratulate Judy Harmon. Judy Harmon, if you're watching this on YouTube, contact me so that I can have your mailing address to send you these. These are the pastel pearls. I know they were on back order and not orderable for a while during celebration and the mini catalog. So they are, I think they are carried over, but I have a pack and these are yours. Congratulations, Judy, and thank you so much for sharing my video. Okay, you guys, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching, and please share because that really helps me. It helps me to get out. Comment that you share because comments, likes, and shares really do help, and I appreciate it so very much. And you guys have a blessed rest of your week, and I will see you back here on Friday night at 8. And I have two really special cards to show you guys. They're red, white, and blue. Okay, you guys. See you later. Doody-doo.